Good evening and welcome to Build Your Best Life. And I hesitated because I was on here with my guest and then I looked and she was gone. So I kind of hesitated. But good evening. Welcome to Build Your Best Life. I am super excited that you are here because you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to join us. And I'm sure she will be back on shortly. But I hope everyone had a wonderful, fabulous, amazing Easter celebration this week. And just delighted to be here again. Thank you so much for all of your prayers, your comments, your shares, your likes, your comments. We appreciate everything that you do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And she's back. I told you she'd be back. Oh, hi, Tonya. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. So we are excited to come before you today to talk about another exciting topic on Let's Talk About It. We want to, engage you and let this be something that you're interested in, you want to share, but we also want you to give us some topics that you want to hear about. You want us to discuss on this segment on Thursdays. Just put it in the comments, or you can email me at byblwdsmith@gmail.com. And I'll put that up later on. You can email me, you can put it on the website, or just put it in the comments. But we want to talk about what you want to hear and you want to talk about. So that would be great. But again, we have a great topic for you today. And our topic for today is Let's Be Sure. And so we're going to be talking about a topic that I think is exciting. So when we talk about Let's Be Sure, we're actually going to be talking about confidence today. So do you have anything that you want to add before we get started, Tonya?
No, I think you probably nailed everything on the head. So yeah, no.
All right. Okay. So now Tonya here wears many hats. And one of these hats has been the founder and the creative force behind this dance.
Yes.
Okay, there's that. Go again. Are you listening to the program?
Well, you're going in and out. Am I listening?
Yeah. Do you have device on?
No, I don't.
Okay. Not sure why. I'm having an echo.
Yeah, on my end, you sound okay. It just sometimes goes in and out a little bit.
All right. Please put it in. All right. Someone next minute is an echo. Hello?
You down?
See, I can hear you. I'm a volume.
It does sound a little bit choppy on my side, trying to hear you. Love technology. It's our friend, and sometimes it's not.
So it's not me right now.
I know, it's like sometimes it's our friend, and sometimes it's not.
Okay. So I can still hear it. Everybody can Okay.
Okay.
All right. If it's too bad, now you'll have to put in the comments so I can see it because I turned my phone off so I can see anything because I can hear it. So I'm going to try this tomorrow. You can hear me, Tonya?
I can, but it's going like in and out. I can hear you, but like I said, it's going in and out at points.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you always have confidence? If not, how do you build confidence?
Well, I think confidence is something that has to be built regardless of what level you may have it at. Obviously, when we're first born and we're in this world, we don't have much life experience. We don't have much experience from the feedback of others. We're not told we can't do stuff, or we come to find out that we can't do stuff by trying it. So I think at that point, we have the confidence of the world. But once we do start having those life experiences and do start, getting feedback from other people, I think it's something that slowly dwindles. And it is something that we have to build upon brick by brick by brick. For me, what I have found that works really well, I do think I'm a fairly confident person. Now, obviously, there are areas where I do need, like I said, a little bit more support, as I like to put it, or my nervous system, as I like to playfully call it, starts acting up, meaning I get nervous or anxiety or things like that. I do think that when those opportunities arise, I pull from the things that I know or are sure of that I've done, or things that I've experienced that shows I'm resilient, that shows that I can do certain things. I also, tend to gravitate toward things that I do like. So if things are harder, my confidence that I can overcome it, or my confidence that I can do something, it has a layer to fall back on or a brick to build upon. So it's just knowing and proving to yourself that you have the ability to achieve things, and then just pulling from your previous experiences. I think, at least for me, is what builds my confidence. Just saying, like, I've done this before, or I've seen a version of this before, or I have enough to understand that, Tonya, you've proven over and over and over again that you're resilient, or you've proven over and over again that you're capable. I think that's the key part, knowing that you're capable of things, and capable of doing hard things, capable of doing certain things. I think for me is where I pull from, and I'd like to instill that to my children as well. The capability of who you are, and the capability of the things that you're able to do, even if you've never done it before. Say that one more time.
Okay, why to teach others how to develop and maintain confidence?
I think it's important because a lot of times, I think the easiest way is to how I teach my children. My children are 7 and 9, and every morning, we are a faith-believing family. So every morning we read our Bible, and then I tell them, talk to God, read your Bible, then talk to yourself, doing like motivational things I teach them before the world talks to you. And I think that's really important for them to do those things first, because they are getting outside influences from other people's opinions, whether good or bad. It's still not their opinion of themselves. It's still not an accurate perception of themselves. And I think to instill that into not only children, but people, to know that other people may have a voice that they're trying to filter onto you, but you have to be sure of who you are. And as a matter of fact, when they leave for school, because I drop them off at school every morning, one of the things we say is, I always ask them, who loves you? And they say, family, God, and myself. And then I say, okay, so let's say you have the best outfit on and someone says they don't like it. What do you do? And they all say, that's okay. That's your opinion. And I say, do you have to pick it up? And they say, no. And I say, well, what if someone likes your outfit? What do you do? They're like, that's okay. That's your opinion. I'm like, do you have to pick it up? They say no. So the whole point is that I'm trying to teach them is just being centered and confident within yourself, knowing that you'll have other people give you opinions about themselves, but it's more of a reflection on them. But it's instilling them to be sure in their thoughts and their behaviors and things that make them unique and things that make them them, so that when they do show up and the many things that they will be exposed to, that they are solid in who they are and aren't steered this way or this way based upon someone else's perception or opinion about them. I know it's very wordy, but that's literally what we do every day in my household, because I really believe that, just people are entitled to whatever they think. I'm entitled to whatever I think, but that doesn't mean it's valid about somebody else and how it is reflected onto them. And I want my kids to know that. I know that I am short of that. So I just think it's something that we should teach, that everyone is entitled to their opinion, but that doesn't mean their opinion has to be what you hold true as your identity. Okay. I think some vital attributes of confidence. Number one, I think, is just really understanding yourself, understanding your limitations, understanding your strengths, understanding, I don't want to say weaknesses, but understanding points of growth, and being able to accept all of the above. I think when we are trying so hard not to identify or trying so hard not to embrace those things that make us us, is when we start putting up these shields and masks that ultimately wear down your confidence, because you're pretending to be something that you're not. So I think it could be something as basic, and I mean as basic as finding, let's say, an outfit that just makes you feel good, right? That is something that you feel about yourself. You like the way you look in it. You like the way you feel in it. It's going to expose your confidence, right? It's going to build it up. It's just finding things that help you just express who you are. I actually have a little note that I wrote to myself hanging up in my room that says, literally, Tonya, don't forget to appreciate yourself, right? So when I see that, it reminds me of all the things, or some of the things that, I do like, or that I have done. It's just little reminders to pull from, to help me, because there are going to be moments where outside voices or outside influences, or even my own feeling of lack may start to creep in. But then I remember to appreciate myself and appreciate my differences, appreciate my struggles, appreciate my accomplishments, appreciate, my drive, things that I really hold near and dear to me, and things that have made me me, and things that have made me grow. And so I think understanding those concepts and those attributes as it pertains to you as an individual, I think are one of the things that help build that confidence, and is a strong attribute to help walk in your confidence. have a question for you if I could ask. I feel like you are a breadth and wealth of knowledge. What helps you, or what things do you do for confidence or help that you could teach others or instill in others?
Well,
Got you. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So, some closing thoughts I would just kind of like to reiterate is just making sure with building confidence is just starting sometimes small, starting with things that you just know really well about yourself. If you know, for instance, that there is a certain activity that brings you joy, that you feel really good doing, just starting small and allowing you to prove to yourself the very thing that you already know. And then I think with that also comes challenging yourself, challenging to do something different, challenging to do something new, because you have to be pretty bold. You have to be willing to step out there and tell yourself, hey, I may not be good at this, but I'm at least willing to try. And all of those things, the challenges, the things that you're certain about, are all great things to help build your confidence. And then also too, as much as I talk about being careful about the outside voices that you allow to feed into you, it's also important to make sure you have a good support system around you, because your support system can also identify those really great attributes. Your support system can also cheer you on in those really great attributes that you have. So I do believe that confidence is something that does come from within, but I believe there's building blocks. And I also believe that it also comes from who you surround yourself with. So all of these things are really important in helping to build and maintain your confidence just in everyday life and who you are.
Thank you. Sure you check out video.
Join Coach Deborah D. Smith for the 6th Annual Virtual Mothers with Sons Seminar. This year's theme is Building Healthy Relationships. The event starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, nightly from Monday, May 5th to Thursday, May 8th. Streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Special guests include Joy C. Jones, Elder Tonya Presley, Nickena Bryant Ellis, and Anita J. Cummings. These relational speakers will engage in healthy, encouraging, strengthening words about how young men and mothers can build healthy relationships, enhancing their ability to build their best lives. For more information, visit www.buildyourbestlife.org.